We are nomads. Since the beginning of time, going back 40 million years to when our primate ancestors descended from the trees and began roaming the savannas of Africa as scavengers, down through all the millions of years subsequent as we evolved into our species that we have today, we have been nomads. We have roamed the territories of our ancestors. We have never sought a permanent home. We've interacted with the vegetal world, with the terrain, with the animals, with the earth and the sky. We have roamed, and in each place we have found ourselves. The landscape over which we traversed was a landscape filled with feeling, filled with meaning, filled with significance. The landscape was a sacred landscape. We found ourselves not by holing up in some structure, not by owning some little plot of land, not by defending our wealth, our status, our power, but by constantly being willing to rise in the morning, to let go of whatever little shelter we created for the night, and to move on through the landscape to see whatever the world would bring to us. We roamed in small bands, small groups, extended families of 25 or 30 people. Our way of being human was a way of utter intimacy with others. We are still nomads. Although we stopped being nomads 10,000 years ago, in the evolutionary time of our species going back hundreds of thousands and perhaps millions of years, our genetic structure, our evolutionary being hasn't changed at all. We are those people who require intimacy for human happiness and fulfillment. We are those people whose mission in life, which was built into their bodies, is to roam the landscapes, to meet each new day, each new terrain, each new situation, and in those situations to find out who they were and what their life was for. When we remain close to the body, we are in fact recovering that genetically given, evolutionarily predetermined spirituality that has always been ours. We begin to live as people whose only mission is to make the journey of human life. We make the journey by letting go, and moving on. Even though we now live in cities that last for centuries, in houses that we think we own or rent, in territory and with possessions that we think are ours. In our innermost being, none of it means anything, and that's not who we are. In our innermost being, we can live in the modern world as long as we remember that in our spiritual life we remain nomads. Through touching into the body, through surrendering to the unfolding life that it gives us, we become those people of old. And truly making that journey, we can find the same human fulfillment, the same human completion that they found. We can find the same intimacy with others, the same appreciation of this beautiful and sacred world that they knew. And we can discover the same freedom and the same deep love that is in us and part of us and that calls us home always.